My second year of college was a complete disaster. 3 different roommates in one semester, lost half my friends, my GPA dropped to 2.8, and I spent most nights wondering why I couldn't figure out what everyone else seemed to understand. I wasn't failing because I was dumb. I was failing because nobody taught me the 6 laws that actually matter. Not the motivational quotes, not the believe in yourself advice, but the real, practical truths that separate students who thrive from students who barely survive. Today, I'm sharing all 6 laws. These completely changed my college experience, my relationships, and honestly, my entire life. If you're struggling right now, feeling behind or constantly stressed, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Law number 1, stop trying to control everything. Here's a story. I had a roommate who was incredibly messy. Dishes everywhere, trash overflowing, his stuff on my side of the room. I tried everything to fix him. I left notes, I reorganized his things when he wasn't there. I even texted his mom. Yes, I actually did that. It took 6 months to realize the problem wasn't him, it was me. See, I was trying to control his behavior, and the more I tried, the less control I had over myself. Every day I was checking if he cleaned up, getting angry when he didn't, complaining to my friends, losing sleep over dirty dishes. He controlled my emotions without even trying. This is what psychologists call the control paradox. The more you try to control others, the less control you have over yourself. Think about your own life. That group project partner who doesn't do their work, you can't control them. Your parents who keep questioning your major, you can't control them. That friend who's always late, you can't control them. The only thing you actually control is your response. So here's what I did with my roommate situation. Instead of trying to control his cleaning, I controlled my space. I kept my side perfect. I bought my own dishes. Instead of trying to control his noise, I bought noise-canceling headphones. Best $200 I ever spent. Instead of trying to control his schedule, I changed mine. I studied at the library. Results? My stress disappeared. My grades jumped from 2.8 to 3.4. I slept better. And here's the crazy part. My roommate actually started cleaning more because I stopped being the person he was resisting against. I got more influence by giving up control. Here's your takeaway. Next time someone frustrates you, ask yourself this question. Am I trying to control them or am I controlling myself? That one question changes everything. That's law 1. Law number 2. Your expectations are ruining your life. Let me tell you about my birthday party disaster. I planned this whole party for my 20th birthday, spent $200, cleaned my apartment for 6 hours, made a playlist, bought decorations. 15 people said yes. 4 people showed up. I was devastated. I spent the next week obsessing over it. Why did they lie? What did I do wrong? I thought we were friends. Then my sister said something brutal but true. She said, "You threw that party for validation. You expected people to show up, bring gifts, and make you feel special. You created a deal in your head that nobody agreed to, and now you're mad they didn't follow through." It hit me hard, but she was right. I had expectations, silent expectations, and when reality didn't match, I felt betrayed. The truth is, expectations are just resentments waiting to happen. You expect your group partner to work hard, they don't. You resent them. You expect your parents to understand you, they don't. You resent them. You expect your friend to text back quickly, they take hours. You resent them. The formula is simple. Expectation plus reality not matching equals pain. So what's the solution? Expect nothing. Appreciate everything. Not because you're negative, but because you free yourself from constant disappointment. Those 4 friends who showed up to my party, they became my closest friends because I stopped focusing on who wasn't there and started appreciating who was.
One of them helped me get my current internship. Another is now my roommate and best friend. I almost missed these friendships because I was too busy being upset about the 11 people who didn't show up. Here's what I do now. Every morning before I check my phone, I write down 3 things I appreciate. Not big things, small things. My roommate made coffee. I woke up healthy. It's sunny outside. After 30 days of this practice, my mindset shifted. I stopped feeling resentful, started valuing what I had, felt genuinely happier. Your challenge? Tomorrow morning, before checking social media, write down 3 things you appreciate. Try it for 1 week. It will change something in you. That's Law 2. Law number 3, effort matters more than results. Junior year, I applied to my dream internship. I spent 3 weeks on the application, rewrote my resume 17 times, had 6 people proofread my cover letter, practiced interview questions for hours. I did everything right. 2 days later, I got rejected. I was crushed. For an entire week, I replayed the interview in my head. Did I say the wrong thing? Was my outfit too casual? Did I talk too much? I checked my email every 30 minutes, hoping they'd change their mind. They didn't. My roommate said something brutal but true. He said, "You did your best, now let it go." I was angry at him because letting go felt like giving up. But later, I learned something important. Doing your best and letting go aren't opposites. They work together. You control the effort. You don't control the outcome. You can control studying for an exam. You can't control which questions appear. You can control asking someone out. You can't control their answer. You can control doing great work. You can't control how people judge it. When you obsess over outcomes you can't control, you just torture yourself. That internship rejection taught me this. Your worth isn't measured by every yes or no. It's measured by whether you showed up and tried. I showed up, I tried my best, they said no, and that's okay. 3 months later, I got a better opportunity, better company, better pay, better experience. And I almost didn't apply because I was still bitter about the first rejection. Here's the rule. Do your absolute best in every moment. Prepare, work hard, show up fully. Then release the outcome. Not because you don't care, but because your peace matters more than perfect results. After you've done something, ask yourself one question. Did I do everything I could control? If the answer is yes, let it go. The result is no longer your job. You studied hard? Let go of the grade anxiety. You had a difficult conversation? Let go of how they respond. You applied somewhere? Let go. Check once a day, not 50 times. Because here's the truth. Doing your best repeatedly always leads to somewhere good. Maybe not where you expected, but somewhere good. Trust that process. That's Law 3. Law number 4, reacting less is your superpower. We live in a world designed to make you react to everything. Every text, every tweet, every argument, every email. Most people react instantly, and it destroys them. I was terrible at this. Someone in my friend group talked behind my back, said I was trying too hard in class. I found out at 11 p.m. By 11:14, I sent a 1,200-word message to the group chat. I tagged everyone, brought up old screenshots, tried to prove I was right. By the next day, 3 people had blocked me. Everyone thought I was dramatic, and the person who talked about me, they didn't even care. I reacted. They stayed silent. Somehow, they won. Because here's the truth. Your reaction gives people power over you. Every time you react emotionally, you lose control. The calm person wins. The reactive person loses. Think about it. Someone insults you online. You write 5 paragraphs. They reply, "Okay." Now you look foolish. Your group member doesn't work. You send angry texts. They ignore you. Now you're stressed, and they're fine. A professor gives you a bad grade. You send an emotional email at midnight. They forward it to the department. Now you look unstable. Reacting less doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to choose your response. Here's what I do now, the 10-second rule. When something triggers me, I pause for 10 seconds. I don't speak, I don't type, I just pause. In those 10 seconds, I ask 3 questions. Will this matter tomorrow? Is this worth my peace? Am I reacting or responding? Examples: friend cancels last minute. 10 seconds, then I say, no problem, let's reschedule, instead of, you always do this. Someone disagrees online. 10 seconds, then I scroll past. Their opinion isn't my emergency. A professor gives me harsh feedback. 10 seconds, then, thank you, I'll improve this, instead of getting defensive. People respect you more when you don't react to everything. You seem stable,
Mature, confident. Reactive people are exhausting. Non-reactive people are magnetic. Your challenge this week? When something annoys you, count to 10 before responding. Just 10 seconds, see how different your response becomes. That's Law 4. Law number 5. Protect your energy like money. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Not time, not money. Energy. You can have 24 hours in a day, but if you have 0 energy, those hours are useless. Second year, I was always exhausted. I slept 8 hours, ate decently, wasn't even that busy, but I was drained, mentally, emotionally. Then I realized I was surrounded by energy vampires. The friend who only called when they had drama, the roommate who complained constantly but changed nothing, the group chat that was just people arguing, the person who dumped their problems on me without asking if I had space for it. These weren't bad people, but they were draining me. And I felt guilty setting boundaries because friends are supposed to be there for each other, right? Wrong. My therapist said something that changed everything. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't protect your energy, you have nothing left, not for others, not for yourself. I started doing weekly energy audits. I wrote down 2 lists. What gives me energy? Certain friends, working out, creating things, time alone. What drains my energy? Certain group chats, doom scrolling, people who only take, staying up too late. Then I made changes. I left 3 group chats, didn't announce it, just left. I stopped answering calls after 10 p.m. unless it was urgent. I started saying, I don't have capacity for this right now. I unfollowed people who made me feel bad about myself. The result? I had so much more energy. For classes, for real friends, for hobbies, for just existing without feeling exhausted. My grades improved, my mood lifted. I felt like myself again. Here's the truth. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Your time, attention, and emotional bandwidth are limited resources. You choose who gets them. When someone asks for your energy, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I actually have capacity right now? Is this person worth my energy based on past patterns? Will this energize me or drain me? If it drains you and you don't have capacity, say no. I'd love to help, but I'm at capacity. I need to recharge today. I'm not in a good space for this conversation. Some people will be upset. They'll call you selfish. Good, because protecting your peace isn't selfish. It's necessary. That's Law 5. Law number 6. Your mind is lying to you. This is the most important law because you can know laws 1 through 5, but if you can't control your mind, nothing works. Your mind is either your best tool or your worst enemy. Second year, my mind was destroying me. I'd lie in bed replaying conversations from years ago, thinking, why did I say that? Do they think I'm weird? Or I'd wake up and immediately think, I have so much to do. I'm behind. Everyone's better than me. I'll probably fail. Before even getting out of bed. My mind controlled me, and it was running everything into the ground. Then I learned something powerful. Thoughts are not facts. Just because your brain thinks something doesn't make it true. Your brain says everyone hates you. That's a thought, not a fact. Your brain says you'll fail. That's a thought, not a fact. Your brain says you're not good enough. That's a thought, not a fact. Once I understood this, everything changed.
Instead of believing every thought, I started observing them. Old way, thought, I'll bomb this exam. Reaction, panic, and stress. New way, thought, I'll bomb this exam. Response, that's anxiety talking. Back to studying. I didn't try to stop the thought, I just didn't give it power. Here are the tools I use. Morning mental reset. Before checking my phone, I sit for 2 minutes and set my intention. Today, I'll be calm and focused. Thought labeling. Anxious thought comes, I say, that's anxiety. Negative thought comes, I say, that's negativity bias. Naming it removes its power. The 5-5-5 rule. When spiraling, ask, will this matter in 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years? Usually, no. Physical reset. When my mind won't stop, I do 10 push-ups or run cold water on my wrists. Sounds simple, works incredibly well. Here's the deeper truth. Your mind catastrophizes everything to protect you. What if this fails? What if they reject you? What if it goes wrong? That's its job. Keep you safe. But safe and happy aren't the same. Your mind wants safety. You want growth. Growth is uncomfortable. So, train your mind like a muscle. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing your thoughts. When you understand this, everything shifts. You stop spiraling. You make better decisions. You feel in control because you are in control. Master your mind or it will master you. That's Law 6. Let me recap all 6 laws. Law 1. Control yourself, not others. Law 2. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. Law 3. Effort matters more than results. Law 4. Reacting less is your superpower. Law 5. Protect your energy like money. Law 6. Your mind is lying to you. These 6 laws took me from barely surviving to actually thriving in college. Pick one law, try it this week, see what changes. Drop a comment telling me which law resonated most. If this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more real talk about college and life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.